Hello, Leo. Sorry about that. This is your part two. Um, Source just left, and that's when the video cut off. Is the moment Source left and it cut off. And what I got from Spirit is that they were just taking a moment for praise that Source came in and visited, and it was just a nice energy. And so cutting it off, I I went outside, sipped my coffee, did what I had to do, um, to give them a moment to just praise and to, I guess, um, to be in that form of glory, or to express that form of glory or appreciation for Source's attendance. Anyway, so going on in the middle of the month, I feel like this is definitely putting on a brave face. So yeah, there's a song. I'm gonna put a link in the description box because there's a song that I feel like you need to hear or listen to, and it's the message within the song that really you need to concentrate on, or you really need to just take in. Just take in. However you wish to do that, take it. All right. So I think, but these are done. They don't. These are done. Thank you. All right. So in the end of August, what you have, Leo, is that you have the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and you have the home or the house. This could be concerning your home. Um, yeah. I look at your ascending sign, is what they're telling me. That's kind of recommended. Like, don't just concentrate on your sun sign, Leo. There are many different there are many different aspects of your personality, and there are many different aspects of who you are. There are many different aspects to who you are spiritually. So really look into your sun, your moon, or your rising signs. Just really look into those, because those are just different aspects of your spirit. And you know like when you approach someone, someone understands, or someone gets to know the different sides of you. It's the same with Source and with Spirit. When you approach Spirit, however you do that, through prayer, through meditation, however you approach them, when you approach them, your sun, moon, and rising are the different sides of you, or the different aspects of your spirit, of your soul, of your energy that they see. So um, take that as you will. Um, but yeah, definitely look at your moon and rising as well. Just know that those are just different aspects of your spirit and your energy, and to really just take into consideration the messages that those signs have for you. Take what you need, leave what you don't. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because what doesn't resonate is not for you. That's for someone else. That's for someone else, not for you. It's a reason why it doesn't resonate. It's a reason why it doesn't click with you, because that message is for someone else. It's not for you. Anyway, so going into the end of August, you really need to start making more decisions when it comes to your movement forward. And I feel like this is more so about, this isn't advice. Okay, so they're telling me clairvoyant. So they're going to transition me into my clairvoyant abilities. Um, so that what I'm gathering is that this is what may come to pass. What may come to pass. Again, we're humans. We can take something. We can take a bit of knowledge. We can take a bit of information and completely turn our lives around. Like completely go. Like they will give us a blessing, and it will completely just. We will. We can take a blessing and destroy our lives with that blessing. We're not fickle. We're not fickle, but it's just they have to be very careful of what they do or how they give us, or how they give us messages, how they give us signs, how they give us symbols, because we can take that and completely misconstrue it in the sense, and it just doesn't benefit us in any way. So tarot is so this is why tarot is so wonderful, because it allows you at least some semblance of an idea of what they're trying to get across or what they're trying to tell you. So in this week, I feel like this is more so speaking about the future. And in the future, they really want you to be a little bit more discerning in your decisions and really come from a place of your power, like the King of Wands. King of Wands. That's what I said earlier in the in the first video in the beginning. I told you that the overall energy was this. You demoted yourself. You downgraded yourself. You stepped down into the Knight of Wands, and at the end of the month, you need to step into the um okay, what I'm getting again, like when it's my 2 cents, I will tell you when it's my 2 cents. But being an empath and a clairvoyant, I'm speaking for spirit right now, not speaking for spirit, or spirit is kind of using me as a conduit. I'm just the middleman. I'm just the messenger, honestly. So when I use we or us or things of that nature, just know that that's spirit. I'm channeling that spirit that's being channeled, and what they're saying is that you're going to have to be the light for someone. You're going to have to be the light for someone. But you need to use your discernment when doing that. You need to use your discernment when being a role model, when being a mentor, you need to use your discernment to really who it is, because they don't want you to waste your time, your breath, or your energy on people who you can't force someone to do something that they don't want to do. They have to want it. They have to want it. And they want you to really use your discernment or really use your decisive actions. Again, Leo, these may seem reversed to you, but to me, they're upright. This is how it looks to me. Right here is how it looks to me. These cards here are just to motivate you. Again, let's recap. You really need to take a step down to correct an injustice around your environment or within your circle. And with that correction of the injustice, the wheel turns, and it just, like, there's this flow. There's these droplets that keep coming that promote the growth. It's almost like droplets of water on a growing tree. With this injustice that happens around you, that goes from you unseen, you really need to correct it. And once you correct it, the wheel of fortune keeps turning. It's almost like, as I said before, it's like succulent. It's like water dropping on a succulent, and it's like if it's not corrected, then the flow that goes into the cup, that drips onto those relationships, that helps them grow, stops. This will keep dripping, like the flow, the energy will keep dripping, and they will grow, but only for a short amount of time. If you correct this injustice, this will never grow empty, and it will keep flowing, it will keep turning, and so the water will be plentiful and just keep growing in your relationships, and that'll be fine. Gabriel says, hey. He's with you, Raphael. For those of you who Raphael is the angel who watches over your path of light, call him when you need him. Call him when you need him. For those of you who Gabriel watches over you, Gabriel is telling you that he's there. He's there. He wants to pop in and say, hey, I'm here for you. Just know. Like, you can call me if you want, but just know that I'm standing beside you. I'm standing behind you, and I'm standing there with my hand out, and I will help guide you. I will help, not coax you, but I will help you to make the right decisions, or I will help you counsel. I will help you if you need counsel in this decision or in this movement forward. I will help you. So moving on to the end of the month, you're really going to they really want you to stand in this power, because you're going to have to be someone's light. You're going to have to be someone's light. But you need to be discerning so that you don't waste your time and your breath, because that's time and energy that you could be putting into someone who needs it, who needs it. You know, don't let this, whatever this is, this correction is, whatever it is, don't let it dishearten you. Really, don't let it dishearten you. They're having me picture in the middle of the month you had the 5 of cups. Just don't stay in that energy. Just don't let it affect you, because you're really going to have to step up to the plate and be the light to someone else's life. And just know that you have the strength to do so. You do have the strength to do so, but you're going to need to step into that. You're going to need to come from that Knight of Wands. You're going to need to come from this Knight of Wands into the King of Wands energy. See there? Almost dropped it, but the deck split in half, and this is movement forward. You're going to have to just kind of move forward and trust in the universe, or trust in source, or trust in God. Whoever you pray to, whoever you kneel to, whoever you give your devotion to, you're going to have to trust in them, in the universe, whoever it is. You're going to have to trust in them and just move forward. And the home card is about the house. It can be about stability. It could be about your personal, your personal circle, or your social circle. You know, sometimes we make our own family, so this could be about your personal circle, but you're really going to have to stand as the head of the household, in a figurative sense, and in a real sense. You're just going to have to stand as a figure of the household and really just take on that energy at the end of the month. And because you already have this abundance flowing, I feel like you will get the reward. Like they will pour something into this abundance. Once you do this, they will pour something into the abundance, and it'll kind of trickle in and incorporate itself into the already flowing abundance that you have. It's a blessing. When you do this, it's like light work. It's almost I'm getting light work. It's almost like light work. You being really the mentor, the head, you really just being there for someone in need is definitely going to be. Is definitely going to grant you a blessing in the future, a really, really good blessing, and it's well deserved too. Because you were willing to do this, it's well deserved. Well deserved. You earned it. All right. So with that being said, we're going to move on to the You're never alone. You're never alone. Never. Don't leave. Don't leave other people alone just because you feel alone. Don't ever leave other people alone just because you feel alone. Whatever that means. Be wary of your words. Understand that not everyone receives, and not everyone transmutes information the way you do. So be understanding of that moving forward. Just be understanding of that when you're talking to someone, or when you're being someone's light, or when you're being someone's mentor, or when you're being someone's rock. Just be conscious that the way that you receive information is not the same way they receive information. Yep. See there? Yeah. It'll just promote the abundance. It'll just make your relationships grow that much more. All right, so we're going to go into the overall messages. You do have a lot here. But we're just going to get into it. And I'm going to turn these around so you can follow with me. This is exactly what I see. So we're going to just go through these. Excuse me. And do forgive the if it gets cut off. Sorry. Basically. They're having me push this away because this is separate. This is separate from this. This is a different explanation from this. Sometimes tough love is good. Sometimes tough love is the remedy that's being asked for. Sometimes tough love is good. All right, Leo. So these are the bottom. These are the cards at the bottom of the deck. With this, with the Knight of Wands, I just feel like it's a reiteration, but with the Clover and the Heart, I feel like this is a different altogether, but it's like they're trying to sum it up, basically. So what you have is you have the Three of Wands, the Death card, the Hierophant in reverse, the Knight of, the Knight of Swords, bro. Be careful. Really, really, really be careful. The Knight of Swords in reversed, and be careful in the sense that just you don't want to push away the people that you're supposed to help. Just because, like, why aren't you getting it? Why aren't you getting this? Like, why can't you realize that, I'm trying to help you? Like, it's just a matter of communication and how that communication is different from yours. Like, it's not the same as yours. So, you can't expect people to really grasp onto things like you do. And that's where patience is required. So with this, you have the all right. So you have with this the 10 of Swords reversed and the 8 of Swords reversed as well. You have the Clover at the bottom of the Lenormand deck, and you have the Knight of Wands at the bottom of the Tarot Way deck. And the cards that popped out were the Child, the Sword, the Garden, and the Heart. So, Leo, with that being said, they're really just... It's all about this change in direction, this change in your sight and your view. That's why they asked you in the beginning to really take a step back, because there's something that needs to change. And it's almost like as if when you take that step back and you handle that injustice, there's a change that's going on within yourself while you're doing that, or while you're going through that process. There's a change that's happening within you. And you may feel different. I feel like for some of you, the reverse Hierophant is that the way that you're receiving this download, or the way that you're receiving this the way that you're receiving this ascension is not the intention of it. Like, the intention of the ascension is for you to be better, is for you to look at things clearer so that you make the right choices and you go upon that destined path the way that you're supposed to, so that you can achieve that great abundance, that great happiness, that 10 of Pentacles, that 10 of Cups, so you can receive that. They just need you. That's the reason for the ascension. So if you're feeling lightheaded, dizziness, if you're feeling like verklempt of emotions, like, just to really ground yourself and understand that it comes from a place of love, that they want to raise your vibrations, they want to raise you up. They really want to raise you up because you deserve it. Not only do you deserve it, but you just have so much good work that you have to do in this life, and they want to get you there. The 10 of... See, there's the thing. When I see this and I'm concentrating on it, they're having me... The image in my mind that they're giving me is the 2 of Pentacles that you had at the end of the month. Like, really just using your discernment and just really just don't fight the flow. Like, don't fight the process. Just, it's better not to fight the process, and to really don't blame yourself for it. Like, it has to happen. Either it happens through you or it happens through the universe. Like, as I said in the beginning of the first video, like, fix it or I'm going to come in and fix it for you. Just have confidence that Spirit is with you. Gabriel is with you. Raphael is waiting in the wings. Just call his name and he will be there to come down to help you. You'll be fine. Now, with these three cards here, I feel like this is more speaking to a different group of Leos, that you're really going to have to make a decision between, do I want to keep my image, or do I want to really embark on this new path? And by new path, I don't mean like this. There's like they're okay. So what they're telling me is that this new path, usually new paths begin with the tower, like because they have to shake up something, they have to destroy some type of mindset, they have to wither down or break down some sort of thinking that you have, or some sort of activity that you're doing, because it's not of you, it's not of your path. And I don't feel like with the child is usually about a new beginning. Okay, so they're having me split you guys up into groups, and that's my symbol for, okay, we're speaking to this group, but we're speaking to one half of this group, and we're speaking to another half of this group. So for one half of this group, really getting out of that naivete is really important. It's like, do you want to be naive, or do you want to grow and prosper? Do you want to be self-centered, or do you really want to grow with your community? Do you really want to be a part of this universe? Do you really want to do your part in the fabric of everything? Do you really want to do your part? Um, the decision is yours ultimately. Like, that's the whole thing. This is our lives, so all of our decisions are our own. Whatever we do, Spirit's there to support us. Whatever we choose, they are there to support us. Whether it's wrong or right, they are our ride or die. Spirit is our ride or die. In the spirit realm, they're our ride or die. So they don't really, like, I'm not getting anything negative from this, or like I'm not like, there's no negative points to this. It's like, sweetie, well, it's either or. I accept you for either or. I accept you if you want to be naive. I accept you if you want to be selfish. I accept you if you want to be childish. I accept you. And that doesn't change my love for you. But I will also accept you if you decide to be a part of the grand scheme of things. I will also accept you if you accept me. I will accept you no matter what choice you make. For others of you, I feel like this is more so about a new beginning. Like, you're choosing between a new beginning, or you're choosing to stay in your old ways. You're choosing to either really just take on that sense of like, this is the new me, or or go with what people already think of you, with your image that you have publicly. Like, you're already like, okay, so either I stick to the image that I've already been portraying, or I go on into a new image and I say, look, no, this is the new me. Love me or hate me. And you're really just going to have to accept those endings. You're really just going to have to accept those endings and just move forward, and know that it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you. Okay? If it ends, it ends, but it doesn't end because of you. It doesn't end because of you. It takes two to tango. It takes two to tango. So just know that it is not because of you. Now, with the clover and the love, I feel like that's more so of the it's the residual of source, basically. So the residual of source is just, they love you, and you have their blessing. You have source's blessing on this path forward. You have source's blessing with this change, with this ascension, with this download. You have within this download, it's all like, what I'm getting is that when this download, or when this ascension happens, source gives you their blessing in the process. In the process, you are bestowed the source, God, the universe, Buddha, whoever you pray to. You are given their blessing on this path forward. But that's all I'm getting. Yeah, it's time to lay things to rest. It's time to lay things to rest. All right, Leo. That was your second part of the reading. I'm sorry. Like, when Source left, they cut they cut everything. But the angels and your spirit guides and Your angels, your spirit guides, your guardian angels, they just needed some time to rejoice in the source's presence, that the source really came in and pulled through for you. They're really happy. It's almost like when the boss comes in and says, you know what, and when the boss comes in and tells everyone you did an amazing job, and they genuinely mean it. They genuinely mean it, that you did an amazing job. And when they say that you did an amazing job, they're appreciative of it. And um, that was their response to Source coming in. Was, Source was the boss who came in and told them, gave you a message, and in giving you a message to them, that was just praise to their hard work. That was their praise to them being there for you, and they just needed a moment to rejoice. So that's why I went outside and I relaxed and I let them have their moment. And you know they just it's just a wonderful thing. Like, this is the best reading. This is the best reading. This reading, I needed this reading. And not sense, like, not the messages, because I'm a Virgo sun and Gemini moon and a Sagittarius rising, but I needed this energy. I needed this energy. Like, I honestly did. This, uh, it really did center me. I love it. All right. Well, there you are, Leo. That was your reading. I hope you have a good one. You guys, good luck. Good luck. Much love and prayers to you. If you have any troubles, just comment me below and I'll send out a prayer up to source, or up to your, I'll ask your spirit guides, I'll pray to your spirit guides or your guardian angels, and I'll ask them if they could send up a message for you, or if they, whatever it is, just comment down below and I'll send a prayer for you. All right? I love you. Bye.